this concussion lawsuit that lost and then was fined $300,000 for misconduct.
Not exactly credible.
Yeah, I mean, of course, if you're an injury lawyer, I've talked about this. Look, I've been an insurance broker since 1998. And I have talked over the years about some of the ridiculous lawsuits I've seen come across my desk. The one that sticks out to me the most was a guy, and this has happened a couple of times over the years, but pretty much the scenario is a guy is hit from behind, usually from one of my customers, and the person that was hit from behind sues for injuries and claims that the injuries are so bad that he cannot have sex with his wife. I think loss of consortium or something like that. And they put this in the lawsuits. So the injury was so traumatizing that he cannot sleep with his wife, and they put that in the lawsuit. My point is, this lawyer that had this class action lawsuit is going to spice this up and hype it up and exaggerate it and get as many names as possible to have a better chance of winning. That's what the lawyer's job is. So when you read this stuff, I know everybody hates Vince McMahon. And I know Vince McMahon definitely at some point has to pay more than just money for his actions. What that ends up being, I don't know. But understand, too, that you cannot take a certain viewpoint simply because you despise Vince. And that's the problem that we see online. It's fuck you, Vince, you're the devil, you're this, you're that, you're this. But you don't see anybody. How come the U.S. military never opened an investigation? It happened on their military base. I mean, you see on the news, like, if you even dare, like, get near a barbed wire fence near the military, they throw your ass in jail. How does somebody breach the U.S. military's base, go in there, have a bag with paralyzing medicine, find a woman, get another woman to lure in a room that they have no idea if somebody's going to show up, inject her with this, have his way, it wears off 30 minutes later, and the guy and the woman leave. No cameras, no nothing. This didn't happen in 1981, where there was no cameras or anything like that. This happened, 18 years ago. Why does nobody bring up, but you and I are the only ones?
No, and also, Ashley Mazzaro is deceased now.
Yeah, she's deceased.
And anybody who
right now
speaks on behalf of her is just hearsay. You can't go, here's her cousin who's going to tell you. It's not coming from the source, and that's going to be a big problem. If they want to go forward with any charges or any kind of post-death lawsuit, or want to even blame WWE for her, early departure from this world. It's just a mess. It just gets more messy and messy every fucking day.
Yep. And one thing I'll say in closing with this, and we'll move on, what people need to understand more than anything is, when you say, oh, the military doesn't have a good history of investigating this stuff, well, that's where CNN and Fox and that fucking woman that I can't stand, who's the news reporter that investigated the Benoit stuff, and she just that
fucking hillbilly. What's her name?
She sensationalized everything.
Grace.
Nancy Grace, yes. You don't think none of these fucking media people wouldn't use that to jump all over the military? Are you gonna? And this is before Obama became president. George W. Bush was still on watch. You mean to tell me that nobody would fucking have tried to pursue this? Vice is the one. Come on. Understand, too, everybody, that when you read this, you got to look at the original lawsuit, see all the names that had no business being on there, and they all claim that they got massive concussions in the WWE, too. So just because you read it and you feel bad what happened to Ashley Mazzaro and Vince is the evil person, understand that her statement is echoed by a lot of people that had no business being in that lawsuit.
Yeah.
Not calling her a liar, but understand this is the lawyer trying to build a case to get money for himself, for his firm, and for his clients.
And also, and Johnny, saying what he's going to say is for him trying to get the heat off of him and put it onto other people.
Yep, to make himself look better.
Make himself look better.
Yeah, and in the process, he just reveals how dirty he was.
He's a dirty motherfucker.
He is. I can't stand him. I mean, funny thing is, I have somewhere on this desk over here an autographed photo of him.
Do you really?
I do. I have a People Power autograph. I was gonna listen about 2 years ago or a year and a half ago when he first was let go. I was gonna give away a signed photo of Vince and him as a giveaway. I figured, hey, it's a nice contest to do, and I was like, you know what? I don't think we should even go there with them. So I never did.
Put it in the Benoit pile.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable, isn't it? A lot of people, I know a lot of you guys know this, but it bears mentioning. Isn't it unbelievable that he's Road Warrior Animal's brother?
Unbelievable.
I know it is. I mean,
it is. It is.
Doesn't look like him. Doesn't act like him. It's.
Yep.